Hello, young people. Welcome to another episode of Ask to Know Show. This is our 10th episode of this program, and we want to appreciate all young people that have actively participated in this program. And we are happy that we are able to address all your issues by answering your questions. My name is Matthew Andrea Cheme, a youth advocate, highly interested in the growth and development of young people. And I also work with Today for Tomorrow initiative as the M&E officer. With me in this interesting episode is...
Hi, my name is Victor Obi, a volunteer under the procurement department, Today for Tomorrow initiative. And today, we will be answering your question.
I am a student studying accounting, currently in 300 level. I am not financially stable. There's a girl I love. How do I go about it? Let me try go test. All right. You say you are studying accounting and you're in 300 level and you are not financially stable. So my fellow young person, what I will tell you in this situation is that for you to really love that girl, it comes with responsibility. And you can be responsible when to some extent you are not financially stable. And one thing I always tell young people about relationship and your studies has to do with your priority. You have to decide which one comes first. So to be very honest and plain, the advice I would give you at this stage for you to have like a stable mental health is for you to focus on your studies for now. Everything will come later. When you focus on your studies, I believe me, you will be financially stable. And when you are financially stable, you can fully go into a relationship.
I have something very, very important to add.
Yeah.
So, the beginning was supposed to be what you have just said, which is very fine.
Yeah.
But then, I know that certain people need to say find love early, especially when you're not very, very financially stable. It is very true. In fact, it's a very good idea.
Exactly.
But look at your studies. Look at your grades. And there is something that relationship does to the mind of people, especially young men, when they are not financially stable. You have an assignment to submit. You are thinking of the money to print, the money for data, the money for your feeding, in fact.
Yeah.
And then you are thinking of the lady, the airtime you are supposed to say to her.
The little things, they be too much for you.
Now, it's different when the girl can be able to stay with you in that situation, which is very fine. But if you are being very honest, on a scale of 1 to 100, I think 80% should be focus on your studies, be good, all right? And then later on, when the time is right, the relationship can come. It doesn't mean you should distance yourself from the person. No, you can still be friends, keep it moving. But then when the time is right, you can now for that. Yeah. So young man, focus on your studies, please. Leave him out for now. Look up. Our next question. As a guy, how do I balance my relationship, the need to make money, and my relationship with God, as well as pressure from the society? This question big.
This is a lot, actually. Man,
men are very a lot.
Honestly,
your romantic relationship, the need to make money, pressure from society, and your relationship with God. From my point of view, I feel I wouldn't say the person should drop anyone since it's already into all of these things. The romantic relationship, maybe to an extent, it helps him to be able to focus, and then the need to love. The relationship with God, very, very important. Relationship with our Creator, we should be connected to something bigger than us, something spiritual. Okay, and then they need to make money. There is a lot of pressure on this world, especially on the shoulders of a young man. If you are 25, 26, and then it looks as though you're not making a whole lot of money, the pressure is much from society, even from your parents at times. For me, I think he should prioritize what he feels is very important. If you feel your relationship with God is more important, then align them based on priority. Okay, let me give an instance. Let's say your own aligning is your relationship with God first, they need to make money, and then your romantic relationship. The reason I left out pressure from society is for you to move on in life. Forget about what everybody is saying.
Exactly, yeah.
Just focus on what you know you need to do and what you feel God has aligned for you to do. All right. Then how to bring these things is you need to break them down into goals. You need to break them down into goals, into different activities. Even if it means every morning when you wake up, write out the list of things that you need to do. Even if it's just 4 very important things. 1, to God. once your daily work which gives you money, and then allocating time to your other half, either girlfriend or wife, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, just for you to be able to be stable. I think you can start with that.
The truth about the matter is, to be a man, as I said, to be a man is not a day job. Actually, it comes with a lot of responsibility, a lot of thinking. You have to make different kind of decisions. I love the fact when you stress it out that you have to do away with the society. Yeah, what people see does not mix up who you are. It's where you decide to be in life. So the society, to me, should not be something you should be counting on, just as you say. Then prioritize what you need. And your priority comes with timing. Yeah, there's a time for things to be done. If at this time you are doing it, you need to do the right thing at the right time. So you need to know where you have to do the right thing at the right time. So that you not be doing the right thing at the wrong time. Even when prioritizing, you have to take the right timing for doing those things. I think with all these steps in place, it will really help you to make a good decision. Graduates, and I just graduated and I've done my NYSC. I couldn't get a job because I did not have the required skills. And my mom has a very high expectation on me. It's really emotional. You know how these mommies' expectations are, when I was in school, my teaching, the study, you understand, all those, the expectation was very high, honestly.
And then the expectation would actually add pressure.
Pressure on him, exactly.
And the guy, especially if you must have told other women, my son is a final year.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then, but I feel that for the skill, the question said he went to look for a job and then he didn't have the
Modified skills, yeah.
I would not blame the organization. Yeah, I believe most of them are result driven.
Exactly.
They should have the skill for you to be able to work with them. But now this has happened. What do I feel is the next step?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I feel if that particular job line is his dream, then he should give certain time for him to learn
that skill. Exactly, yeah.
and grow in that skill. But now another area attached is he's going to pay for this skill. Isn't the mother that is pressuring him? Now, mothers will be emotional to the point of paying.
Yeah.
She does not have the funds to pay. So for me, finally, I feel like he should be focused on learning the skill and then get something else to help him with money for transport. Even if it means handling lessons for secondary school or primary school, just for the meantime, to get that skill. Since that job line is his dream, then yeah, continue applying.
So yeah. Victor, we have spoken well. And then one thing I would like to let him know as a young person, it's okay to feel that way. You just graduated without the skills. So to some extent, it's not only you that is in that shoe. We have a lot of graduates facing that kind of issue. So and for your mother to put high expectation from you, you come from a place of hope and faith that you are going to make it in life. That's why she's putting that expectation on you. But it becomes a pressure when you are not meeting up to her expectation. So some of the steps I would advise you to do is, I think the first thing you have to do is to understand where you really want to do. Yeah, if you know what you want to do, then you now move to what do you know how to do. Because you cannot just, I will not say you just leave school without knowing anything. There must be something you are a bit good at. Then understand where are your shortcomings, what are those things you cannot do. I advise you to leverage the network you have with other people during your service period when you were in university. You know your classmates, you put calls on them. Go how far? I need a job. Definitely that can also help. Yeah. Then lastly, make your mother understand that you are in a building process. Yeah, so with that understanding, she will have to have patience on you and wait until when that time is when you blow. Yeah. So I think those are the basic things I would advise you as a young person to do for you to get rid of those unnecessary pressure.
Our last question: how do I manage my emotions? Remember, boys are told not to cry.
Who says you should not cry? I'm gonna cry you.
Bring it back.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, but then personally, I feel that as a guy, you know that there's that pressure from outside, and then the things that they say from childhood, you're a man, be a man, orthodox days, men don't cry. Say lie. Free yourself. Let it go. Do you get? If you need to seek help, seek help. In fact, statistics says that majority of the suicide cases actually are done by men. Why? What do you think is the problem that could keep gathering up to the point where you decide to unalive yourself? I might cry. Let it feel like that.
And for the issue of cry, my brother, cry when you need to cry. Yeah. Well, sometimes that tears is what will bring out those things inside you. So nobody should tell you a man does not cry. Men cry, but cry when you need to cry. We have come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for all that have been actively participating in this session. Keep bringing in your questions, and you can also find the link to the form in the comment section below. See you in our next episode of the Ask to Know Show.